Hi everyone, and Chag Sameach. And I was thinking, what we're going to study today, some consciousness to raise ourselves to a different level. And what better to study the Zohar today, in this special day of Lag BaOmer, the day of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. Last night we heard a lot of stories and a lot of consciousness from the Zohar. So I would like to study with you a few verses from Zohar Behar, from the portion of this week. There are a few points that are very, very powerful. And let's see how much we can do to connect with the blessings that the Zohar want to give us today. So the first one I'd like to start with, it's if you have the Zohar, you can open and you can read with me or scan. It's verse 58. You might know this story. I would like to start with this story to connect all of us with the energy of protection, because this story speaks about the energy of tzedakah tetzil mavet in this portion of Behar. And we know, like this day of Rabbi Shimon left the world in the time of Hod of Hod. This is the time that he took all the negative energy that exists in the world and help us to sweeten the judgments. So we all can connect today with this energy. So we read first of all the Aramaic, and then we connect with this story. It says, Rabbi Chia ורבי יוסי הבו אזלה בערכה. פגרו באהוד תורה אשכחו תראה גברי דאבו אזלה. עד הכי חמו חד בר נש דאבה עתה ואמר לון. במתו מנייכו, הבו לי מזונה פיתה דנהמה דהנה תרן יומין, דתעינה במדברה ולה אכלנה מידי. השתמית חד מינון תראה גברי ואפיק מזונה דאיהו הייתה לאורחה. ויהיב לה ואכיל ואשכה לה, אמר לה חברה, מה תעביד מן מזונה, דהאנה דידי אכלנה? אמר לה, ומה עלי דידך? אנא אזיל יטיב גבי ההוא מסכנה, עד דאכל כל מה דאבה גבי. והוא נעמה דהשתער יאהב לה, לאורחה ועזה לה. The story, it's about Rabbi Chia and Rabbi Yossi, that they walk in the, it says they were walking in the way, and they found two people that were walking, and then the third person came, and he told them, listen, please, I'm very hungry. 2 days I'm walking in the desert, and I didn't eat, I didn't drink. So one of them, he went to his bag, and he pulled up his food, and he gave him food and gave him drinks. So his friend told him, and what you're going to do when you're going to feel hungry and thirsty? Because I'm not going to give you from my food. So he told him, what do you think? I'm living on your food. And when I'm walking, so that poor person was sit there, and he was eating and drinking, and even what it been left, like the bread been left, he just give it to him, and he walk away. So Amar Rabbi Chia, he says, I'm sure that that the Creator, he didn't want that we will do that action, like that action of sharing. So Rabbi Yossi said, maybe that person that give everything, he have a judgment upon his head. And the Creator, he give him the opportunity to save him. So they start to walk, and this person that he didn't have the food and the drink, he started to get tired. So he says, so his friend told him, I told you that you shouldn't give your bread to somebody else. So Amar Rabbi Chia Rabbi Yossi, Aresh Mazon Etzlenu. So Rabbi Chia told Rabbi Yossi, we have food. Maybe we should give him. So Rabbi Yossi told him, do you want to take his merit from him? Let's walk and let's see. Let's wait. Because I'm sure the angel of death, he is following him, following this guy. And the Creator wants to give him a merit that he can give something to save him. So then, slowly, this guy get tired. So he found a tree and he sit next to the tree. So Rabbi Yossi tell Rabbi Yechia, let's sit and let's see what will happen. Because I'm sure the Creator want to create miracle for him. So they sat down and they waited. Suddenly, they saw a big snake with the flame of fires. He coming toward him. So Rabbi Chia said, "Oi, to this person, that right now he's going to die." So Amar Rabbi Yossi said, "Zakayu oto adam shekadosh baruch hu yaseh lo nes." He have a merit that the Creator should save him, that the Creator should create a miracle for him. So suddenly, another snake came from the tree and want to kill him. So that first snake with the flame of fire jumped on the second snake and killed him. And then the first snake just turned around and walked away. So Rabbi Yossi, he told him, I told you that the Creator want to create a miracle to this guy, and you shouldn't take the merit from him. That it means you shouldn't give him food and drinks. So in all of that fight between the two snakes, the person walk away. But when he wake up. When he wake up, he didn't see the two snakes. So he just stood up and he started to walk. So Rabbi Chia and Rabbi Yossi, they walk toward him and they hold his hand and they told him, sit down, we have food for you and drinks. And they give him to eat and they give him to drink. So Rabbi Shimon is saying that Rabbi Yossi patach ve'amar, you should trust the light and you should do good. שכן ארץ ורעה אמונה. אשר חלקו של האדם עושה טוב משלו. He says, what a merit a person have, that he's doing good from what he have, from his. It's a very, very powerful and amazing concept that the Zohar is telling us here. That he says, what a merit a person have when he's doing good from what he have. And why is that? Many times, I will try to put it in words, but it's a matter of consciousness. Many times we can share things that not belong to us. As that person, I told him, if you're going to share, I'm not going to give you from what I have. So what he told him, actually, you think that I'm walking in this world under your umbrella? It means you are the person that create my light. No. It means like each one of us in this world, we're supposed to create our own light, our own energy, our own vessel. Because I will show you soon, it's very beautiful what the Zohar is saying here about the 7 year. But the good that we're supposed to do, it's according my vessel. It's according how much restriction I will do from what I have. Because many times we have a fear. If I will give, I'm not going to have. And imagine this story, we're talking about the desert. Think about yourself for a second. You are in a desert with your friend, and you want to give the food to that poor person, and now you have left with nothing, right? How are you going to feel? You don't know for how long you can walk in the desert without food, without water, right? So we might think before, I don't know if I can share, or if I can share a little bit, or I can share nothing, because, listen, I'm going to walk in the desert. I'm not sure when it will be the next time I will come to a place with food and water. So already, desert, it's not like just we talking about the physical desert, right? Desert, it's all of those, it's a place actually, there are two ways we can look at the desert. Desert, it's a place of like, there is nothing over there, right? There is nothing. And the place there is nothing, this is the place we should go, inside of our consciousness, it means like I'm breaking my ego. And this is the place I can be the most closer to the light of the Creator. Also, desert, right? Because we can feel that, listen, now I'm in a place that there is nothing, and if I will give, I'm not going to have. And most of the time, in the mundane, in the regular days, we sometimes, many times we have opportunities, we don't pay attention. I'm not talking about sharing that we know it's good to give, and we know that's amazing. But we're talking about those situations that we're not ready. Nobody prepare us. Nobody send us email, listen, next week it's like Ba'omer, you should share, and you have a week to think about it, or a month to think about it, or even a year, Next year it's like Ba'omer. It's good to share in like Ba'omer. So now you have a year even to save money or to share $1 or $1 million. Doesn't matter, right? So we're talking about those situations that are not ready. But right now, I need to give it tzedakah. I need to do something that is out of my comfort zone. And now Satan will come and tell me, if you're going to give, because what his friend represent that voice of Satan. I'm not going to give you nothing. If you're going to give, you're going to left with nothing. And you can die also. And after, what he told him after? I told you not to give, right? So how many times, think about it, we doing it to other people. We telling them something, they not follow what we told them, and then when we see like it's kind of they fail, so what we're saying, I told you, yes, I told you, but if was the question, as Rabbi Yossi told Rabbi Chia, how do you know what is the merit of this person? How do you know how the Creator want to provide for this person and he want to save him? Maybe he need to go through that difficulty in order for him to be saved from something bigger. How do we know, right? So we can't really judge any situation according to what I think or what I see right now, because there is a bigger picture. There is a huge picture. The same way that Michael Berg shared last night about Rabbi Shimon. Rabbi Shimon was in the cave for 13 years, right? He was in quarantine for 13 years. Can you imagine? 13 years in a cave, not even in his home with Netflix, with internet, with Zoom, with classes, right? No, him and his son, carob tree, fresh water, and Elijah the prophet, and Moses came and taught them everything, right? But for 13 years, they dig a hole in the ground and they buried themselves because they want to keep the clothes for Shabbat. That's amazing, 13 years, right? So imagine for 13 years, right, what Rabbi Shimon did. If we think about it now, because we're receiving all the blessings and the benefit from those 13 years, and Rabbi Shimon sacrificed, right, in order for us to receive all the blessings. So if we think about it, there is a big picture. Rabbi Shimon did it, not for himself. He did it for all of us. He did it for humanity. He did it because he know that the world will need the Zohar. Without the Zohar, Rabbi Shimon said, in our generation, we can't understand Tree of Life. We can't understand the stories of the Torah. We can't. Even we try to read the literal stories, we can't. So, first of all, in this blessed day, we should connect with that energy of appreciation, with the energy of, I want to see and connect with the big picture, because whatever I see right now, it's a glimpse, a small, tiny picture from the big picture. And there are so many blessings that want to be revealed that I need to have the right vessel to let them revealed. And I would like to jump to, I was preparing so many verses, but, I thought we have like a few hours, but it's okay. Let's read, I think it's Tet Zayin. Let me see. 16. If you have the Zohar, you can open. Yes. The Zohar telling us here. ובשנה השביעית, שבת שבתום וגומר. פיקודה דה לשבות בשנה השביעית, ואבטרה לשבות בשביעי. ואבטרה להשמיט כספים, בשביעית, ואבטרה למנות 7 שנים, 7 פעמים, והיו לך ימי 7 שבתות השנים, 49 שנה, אחר הזה דכל שביעיות. מסיתרא דשכינתא דתקריאת, 7 מסיתרא דצדיק, דהיו שביעי לבינה, והיא בת 7. מסיתרא דאמא הילאה דהתמר בה, 7 ביום היללתיך. The Zohar saying, מצווה זוהי לשבות בשנה השביעית. There is a precept that we should strike in the 7th year. 7th year we should strike. What does it mean strike? He's talking about the land, right? That we shouldn't work with the with the land. We should leave everything as it is, right? ואחריה להשמיד כספים בשביעית, ואחריה למנות 7 שנים 7 פעמים, והולך ימי 7 שבתות השנים, 49 שנה, and he continue and explain. Now, what's the point of what the Zohar telling us here, and I really recommend to read it after. So we know that the land represents not just earth. One of the things that we connecting with, we live in on earth, right? It's called the land. But in this world, this is our home. Earth, this is our home. And it says that the land need to rest at the 7th year. And over there, the creator is saying, I give you in the 6th year already for 3 years, for the 6th, for the 7th, and for the 8th. Because if the 7th, you're not working the land, then when you start to work the land, till you're receiving fruits again, it will take another year. So I give you already for 3 years. Imagine, imagine like even farmers, right? They need to leave the land at the 7th year to do nothing. You can't touch the land. Now, what is the point and how it's connecting with us? And the Kabbalah is telling something very, very powerful and very, very unique. We know also our cells, right? They always renew themselves. It says even like every 7 years, all the cells, they are new, they changing, right? So we're not talking just about 7 year, we have also the 7th day, because there is a lot of, he says shviyot, there are a lot of things that he mentioned as well that connecting with the number 7. Now, 7 related with the Malchut. The Malchut cannot receive the light just from Ziranpin, just from the upper world. But we know that when we not trust in the light, what's happened, as the story just taught us, what's happened, if we listen more and more to the opponent, we will create more short circuit here in the Malchut. And then we create in blockages, we can't receive the blessings to this world. It means that not just the land, also our body, also the land, also our consciousness, also our words, everything will have some negativity, some poison in it. Some poison. Because, even an antidote, when they give shots, given to a flu or to different type of diseases, they give a shot, what they need to put inside? A little bit from the poison, a little bit from the disease. When they give it that, then the body, he start to create what? He start to create antidote inside of the body, right? The immune system start to get stronger, and now we have immune against that disease, right? So what's happened? It means that even our body need to have that energy of like doing nothing. What do I mean doing nothing? Not just go to sleep. In a sense of relaxing my thoughts, relaxing my speech, relaxing everything, like my food, to come to a place that I'm letting the light to reveal in my vessel, to do like let's call it a purification, cleansing, right? Because the earth, Hateva, nature, know how to purify itself. The same way, the Zohar explained, the same way our body know how to purify itself. So if we're not interfering, the body know how to take the garbage out. But when we're trying to do different like magic stuff in the body, Sometimes we add in more negativity, more poison to our body. The same in the land. And here we're talking about energy of certainty. Certainty. Because sometimes, as the story told us, we think we're smarter than the light. We think we know better than the light. Why? Because I read here, I read there, I heard that, I heard that. Yeah, but we need to remember there is a bigger picture. And some laws that the Creator put on earth, it's for us to have the right vessel to receive the blessings. And the Zohar telling us here something very, very powerful. Just don't interfere. Don't interfere. You want to do good? Don't interfere. Let the light to be revealed. What Rabbi Chia want to do? Rabbi Chia want to give him food. What Rabbi Yossi told him? Don't interfere. You want to take the merit from him? Let's wait. Let's wait. Let's see what will happen. Don't worry. We are here. We're watching him. We're not going to let you die. Don't worry. Let's see. The same, we need to learn from it. I don't want to interfere, and I want to let the light to reveal in my life. So first of all, I want to know, and we want to ask from Bishop Bar Yochai, I want to know what I shouldn't do. How I can purify already all the empty spaces I created. And in my daily days, I don't want to add. So I don't want to interfere because the blessings come every day. I don't want to interfere the blessings to reveal to my life. So please, Rabbi Shimon, open my eyes, open my physical and my spiritual eyes. I want to see the truth in everything. I want to see that I'm not interfering the blessings to reveal into my life. I want to prepare the right vessel and let the light to reveal in the vessel. Because now when we're going to have it, the 7 year, the 7 day, right? We're talking about the whole vessel. The light can reveal in this vessel. And it's like we're starting all over again. Like a new vessel, okay? So let's use the energy of today of Rabbi Shimon to ask for a new vessel, to ask not to interfere. The light wants to give us more than we want to receive. So I want to cleave myself with the consciousness and the light of the Creator and let the light guide me. So I just need to remove, my ego a little bit, that I know everything because we don't know everything. And I want to give the will to my soul and to let the light to dwell in my vessel. And now when I'm going to have, and as I said over there also, I told you, there are more verses. And now we cleaving ourselves together with the Kadosh Baruch Hu, the Shekhinah, with the Kadosh Baruch Hu, Zir and Malchut, and now the Zohar said everything become to be one unified soul. And when everything is one, nothing can break something that is a whole, that is one. Because there is so much strength in unity, nothing can break it. So we'd like to connect and ask from Rabbi Shimon to connect with this energy, and Be'ezrat Hashem to bring the energy of redemption, to protection, to remove any type of plague and negativity from our life and from the entire world.